Comments are open. Before we get into it, let's see who's in the house. What's up, Skywatchers? What is up indeed? Alright guys, we are staring down the barrel of the Great Reset. But I saw a beautiful thing today. It was a big win out of Idaho. The farmers, well, they got the right to water their fields for one more year. So the fight is still on. And we'll get to that video in just a second. We're also going to cover all these lightning strikes that are happening right behind my cabin. I mean, the thunder just builds in the same place all day, right? And I happen to know Poker Flats is right there. So, you know, this is not a natural event. And we know they can create lightning, and we're gonna touch on that for just a moment. And I saw a video circulating this morning about the Norway spiral. And I thought, oh, this will be fun. I want to see what you guys have to say about the Norway spiral, and that'll be for last. And I put together a new outro because I see you guys love doing comments, you know, as the music's playing. And yesterday I was not able to get through all the comments before the song ended. So I picked an appropriate song, I think, and it is a little bit longer with some new video. And I look forward to seeing what you guys have to say in those comments as we exit out of this show today. And let me know what you guys think about the music. I will start, maybe in the next episode, I will start sticking links for the soundtracks that I use in these live streams, and you guys can download them or buy them, or however it works. I'm not sure yet. It's through my Epidemics Sound Studio, so I will try and make that available for you guys. And I am also, on that note, I am also thinking about doing a Sunday morning radio show where I pick some kind of music, some kind of theme for the day, and I just let that play for a few hours or maybe even all day. Just started looking into that. Is anyone even interested in something like that? I don't know. You guys tell me this stuff in the comments. Let me know these things. I am open to some suggestions as far as keeping you original viewers entertained. You guys have been with me since I started this thing, so you guys are always in the forefront of my thoughts when it comes to doing these new ideas. Let me take a look in the comments. We'll see what you guys are saying right now. Oh, I got them stacking up in there. Mystery Woman, good to see you this evening. Crazy Tacos, much love, brother. Good to see you. You do church on Sunday morning, and my mornings are quite a bit different than your guys' mornings. I'm on Alaska time, so if you're on Eastern time, I am 4 hours behind you guys. So I'll also keep that in mind too as I do these things and these live streams. I haven't really set a schedule. I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants, getting used to this. So far, it's pretty darn enjoyable. But let's get right into this first video and take a look at what this young man has to say.
Week, guys. So earlier this morning, I received a phone call from a good friend of mine who works up at the Idaho state legislation, telling me that they were bombarded with phone calls from furious people about the Idaho water shutoff. Now, this is a true testament to show you guys that we do have power, we do have a voice, And if we stick together, we can change things. They're going to allow the Idaho farmers to water out the rest of this year. But next year, guys, we've got a big fight coming because they're going to be trying the same thing. So thank you to everyone who called. God bless you guys. And stay true. Buy American and buy local.
Yeah, that was pretty good stuff. So I'm not sure how many of you watching reside in Idaho or even, near. I'm not sure what any of us can do to help them other than spreading this message, making sure everyone knows that there was a fight, that people actually stood up for themselves and took their rights back. Now, the fight's not over. It's going to continue into next year. And, this is all part of the Agenda 21, Agenda 24, 2030, and it goes all the way up to Agenda 2050. So these are no short-term battles. These are things that we're going to have to be vigilant about. If we want to keep our freedom, this has to be the primary focus going forward, right? I mean, how else are we going to do it? If we don't start fighting against the system that clearly wants to take us down, they will win. And from what I am seeing, they have got all their agendas through. I mean, we're almost to this banking collapse, right? This financial collapse, and they want to introduce CBDCs and check out blockchain and biodigital convergence. These are all behind the scenes. It's all happening while we're talking, as they're implementing these new QR codes and digital scanners, and we're really slipping into the future. Was that Steve Miller song, right? Time keeps slipping into the future, and it really does. And I'm watching it, and it's blowing my mind that this is all happening so fast. But we kind of knew it was going to, didn't we? Some people are still saying stay calm. I'm like, why? so they don't have any kind of problem doing this to us. Stay calm, trust the plan. That really sounds like a psychological operation. I'm sure I could go back through history and find some evil dictator, his crony, saying something like that. I am sure of it. Let me look in the comments, see what's happening here. Lucy to you. Great news. I have been following this story. Awesome, Lucy. Great. All right. So in this next clip, I'm just going to show this lady is talking about daytime and nighttime temperatures and how they combine them. Well, all that has been destroyed. They've been caught lying at way higher levels than the newscasters. They only have stories that they're allowed to tell in a certain way, and that's why they all sound the same. It is scripted, and it comes from the government. Many of you know there was a gag order put on the National Weather Service back in 2008-10 area, somewhere in there. A lot of things had changed in our lives then, VHF, UHF to digital television, and the light bulbs. These things are all connected. I know it seems weird. You might not get it at first, and I know some of you actually know, but it is all connected to weather warfare. And, all of the science is connected to weather warfare. Like I say, some of you guys, you already know this stuff. You know the background, you know all the operations, you know the history. Oh, excuse me. And I love touching on those subjects. You guys got information, just throw them in the comments. Let's see what you guys come up with. But watch this. And there is a new fire right behind me. I'm going to go investigate that. I'll have a lot more information next time I come on air, I hope.
temperatures, the low temperatures for the entire period, and average them all together. But this is perhaps more significant. We have seen less than half the amount of rain that we saw at this point in last June. So you may remember last summer, a lot of people said, man, we didn't really get a summer. I think it was that rain that
We
really
didn't.
made it feel that way. But we certainly didn't see any 75-degree days either for the entire summer. So we're already, again, off.
Yeah, because, summer was 3 weeks late up here, where I live. And then, of course, they make these systems, um, and winter came early. And I knew that from the fireweed. I was looking at it, and the fireweed is blooming right now. So I got about 6 more weeks. And that's it where I'm at, man. I will be covered in snow. And I think, last year was a little mild as far as snow went up here on the mountain. I think this coming year is going to be a mess for me. I need a new snowblower. I'm already thinking about it now. It's crazy, but
To a much warmer start than what we saw in 2023. We're also seeing very active lightning, much more than we saw last year. Continues to fire up across the Alaska Range, across the Talkeetna Mountains, the Cop River Basin, and these storms are also pushing here further south. Now, we've seen some active lightning right along the Glen Highway. If you're in Chickaloon, you're likely hearing that thunder quite loud at this point. Those storms are going to continue to push west. So if you're in that area here of the far western Matanuska Valley, do be prepared for not only lightning, but these storms containing rain, some small hail is possible, along with some gusty winds. And then the storms we're seeing up in the Talkeetna Mountains, they're in the higher elevations, but certainly if you're out in your Hatcher Pass, you need to be prepared for lightning in that area. We did have one lightning strike out in the Birchwood area. That came and went pretty quickly, but we are still seeing some active storms down over the Kenai Mountains. Not quite as active as what we saw yesterday, but still certainly a concern, and especially
yeah,
a
see,
concern when it
there's
comes to the fire danger. It's been warm,
that
it's been
fire north
dry,
of Fairbanks.
and we're adding
That's
lightning
me.
to the equation, which is a dangerous equation. Now, over 100 active fires burning in the state. 10 of those are currently staffed, including that fire that was started in Willow over the weekend, at least west of Willow there in the Susitna Valley. So needless to say, fire danger is high. It's really important that you stay safe in these conditions and use extra caution. Also, that McDonald fire, as we mentioned earlier, is now up over 50,000 acres, continuing to burn right along the ridge.
Yeah, so one of those fires north of Fairbanks is right behind me. And so now that I know there's a fire behind me, this is my opportunity to prepare, to have all my important papers ready to go, to have my camping gear, ready, packed, and just ready to be mobilized. Um, Chances are, sometimes let me pause this here. I want to talk about that. When you get evacuated, what I'm seeing across all these places in the country and the world is they don't get to come back. Now, I don't really think that'll be the case where I live. I am right next to all these sensitive equipment. Poker Flats behind me, next right above me, and the U.S. NOAA weather headquarters on the other side of the mountain. So, yeah, there's a lot of sensitive equipment here. I doubt they'll let this place go up. It would be a last resort, and there's other ways to get us out of here. They don't need to burn us out at all, but I still like to be prepared. I don't want to be caught. Now, the rest of the saying. All right, guys, so this is the Norway spiral that we're about to look at. Now, as I watch it, I thought I saw, let me make it bigger here. I thought I saw a rocket shooting out. And then you can also see, as this progresses, a blue beam. So some people are like, it's blue beam. And we've also seen these spirals in ancient rock art and pictographs. So, I always go back, even like with CERN and even HARP, the engines that drive HARP, the name of those engines, they're called the Angels. The guy who was the director, and I believe he did pass on, his name was Chris T. Fallen. And sometimes I think these people are just punking us, right? Christ is fallen. I mean, that's his name. And Harp and the Angels, you know, they're playing the auroras up here in the sky. This stuff really is that twisted. And when I tell you guys, this is all part of the dark occult, uh, black magic, the dark sciences. This is the reality that we're living, but they feed it to us in such a way that, you know, they tell us we're the victim and they need us to save the world and the planet. And man, none of that's true. I don't see it for a second. I see a bunch of devil worshiping occultists smiling while feeding you poisonous candy. That's what I see, guys. And stuff like what we're about to watch here, the Norway spiral. A lot of people will tell you what it is. I'm not going to do that. I don't really know. I just think it's interesting that we've seen this in ancient times and we're seeing it in our times, and I think we're going to just see a lot more stuff like that. Let's take a look. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's pretty incredible looking. Watch this huge hole that opens up. Look at that. I'm not even sure what's happening right there. It almost looks like they're revealing the Death Star or something. I just don't know. Wow. All right, guys. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day and joining me for these live streams. Just remember there is so much happening around us. Watch out for fires. Watch out for any of these events. The floods, they just seem to be popping up everywhere. So, just keep your head on a swivel. And I guess that's all I have to say for this afternoon. I am going to let this song, it is called State of Dystopia. It's going to play with the new video clip that I'm going to use for the outro on these and run your guys' comments. I'd like to thank you guys for supporting the channel, buying me a coffee. That is the best way to help this channel grow, to upgrade, and bring you better looking and sounding content. That's all I got to say. So until next time, stay aware, be prepared, and keep looking up.
There's a war going on for your mind.
I tell you, my phone, my TV, everything is having a hard time lately, man. Nothing wants to work anymore. I think it might be the frequencies. I just don't